two tremendous hires for the Jacksonville Jaguars, officially naming Tom Coughlin as the executive vice president of the team, and my guy, Doug Marrone, as the new head coach. It's fantastic. And it's not subject to hyperbole to call this one of the great days in the history of Jaguars football. We did it. Seriously. First on Marrone. Guy can flat out coach. I saw him bring my alma mater back from the depths of hell. Marrone went 25-25 at Syracuse, following Greg Robinson figuratively burning the place to the ground as the single worst coach in the history of college football. That's backed up with both feel and stats. Marrone changed everything. Everything. And then did a really good job with the Bills, who didn't have any talent, including going 9-7 his last season, before exercising an opt-out clause in his contract if ownership changed, while still getting paid. And by the way, you've seen the Pagulas now in Buffalo. I think Doug Marrone was onto something. Marrone's hard-nosed, no-nonsense, a football guy, so well-respected. I'm a huge believer, huge fan. And on the heels of the Gus Bradley disaster, meaning nice guy, terrible coach, the Jaguars needed a football coach. And Doug Marrone was able to win in Week 16 against the Tennessee Titans with Blake Bortles as his quarterback. That was impressive. Bortles is part of the deal here. Dave Caldwell stays on as a general manager. Thus, he needed someone who believed in Bortles, a quarterback he wrongly drafted with the 3rd overall pick a few years ago. And Marrone believes in him. Our Steve Berline told us how much Marrone loves Bortles on Tops on CBS Sports Network before the aforementioned upset special in Week 16. Marrone loves the guy, and he won a game with him. I'm skeptical, but the talent on the overall roster is there. They need a coach to make it happen with Bortles and make it happen with the roster and the players. That guy is Doug Marrone. And Marrone and Coughlin are cut from the same cloth. They love football. It's what they do. Football lifers. They maximize teams. I love Coughlin back in the NFL. And the Jaguars' problem, let's be honest, it wasn't talent. They had a great offseason. It was coaching and structure and accountability. That changes with Tom Coughlin and Doug Marrone. Now, to make it ultimately work, they need it to click for Bortles. The Giants, think about this, fired Coughlin. I know what happened this past year, but it was wrong. The Bills thought Rex was an improvement over Doug Marrone. That was always comical. The Jets were about to hire Marrone before they got cold feet a few years ago. So here's the prediction. Over the next 3 years, you can mark the tape. The length of the Coughlin-Marrone contracts, the Jaguars will win more games when you stack them up against the Giants, the Bills, and the Jets. Bam. I love this. Finally, the Jacksonville Jaguars have the right people in place to win, which would be a major change from Gus Bradley, who was a great man, but a horrible, losing football coach. Congratulations, Jacksonville. You deserve this.